Okay, now I'm going to explain you how could you answer your book, but first you have to open your book on page 27 and page 28. Now we have on this part unit number 13 that it's called Love What You Do. Objectives talk about everyday actions, and you have to solve the first exercise. It says exercise 13.1. Read and answer the question. We have the question that it says, which is the coolest job? Okay, we have kind of description of different jobs, and the idea is we have to select what would be the coolest job. Okay, I'm going to read it and you have to check it. It says, the following are the some coolest jobs according to a survey. We have the first job, sports reporter. Sports reporter, what's not like about job where you watch sports, talk about sports, and interview athletes. A sports reporter goes to many sports events around the world. Number 2, cruise director. Cruise director organizes and goes on a short excursions, manages personnel, schedules shows, does record duties and plans and next day's events. And next job, firefighter. The job of a firefighter requires many important qualities. A firefighter's job is often dangerous, so as a firefighter is brave and strong. Firefighters operate equipment and work well with others. They lift heavy things, climb, and work in hot, stressful conditions. And finally, last job, fitness trainer. They provide safe exercise instructions to an individual or a group. This exercise introduction varies based on individual. A fitness trainer often works for a gym or fitness center. He does his job in places such as cruise ships, vacation resorts, or even large companies as a benefit to other employees. Okay, now we have read this, and according with these descriptions, it's by yourself. You have to write what would be the coolest job, maybe sports reporter, cruise director, firefighter, or fitness trainer. Okay, now exercise 13.2. According with the text, we have to write or mark what is the correct statement. Is it true or false? For example, the first one says, a sports reporter travels around the world. Number 2, a sports reporter interviews actors. Number 3, a sports director works on a ship. 4, cruise director manages offices. Firefighters aren't brave. A firefighter works in stressful conditions. Fitness trainers provide safe exercise to groups or individuals. A fitness trainer works on the street. Okay? According with the text, you have to mark, is it true or false? Okay? Now, on this part, we have the table, the grammar chart for simple present in affirmative way. You have first person, I, you with they, and third person, he, she, it. If you have first person, your verb is simple. You don't change it. You have work. But if you write he, she, it in your sentence, you have to change the verb into third person, works. Now, you can use these words to complete your idea. For example, maybe daily, every day, every week, or maybe a better frequency, usually. Okay, now on exercise 13.3 we have write the verbs from the box in third person in the corresponding box to the rules right above. Okay, now you have to complete this exercise and you have to write these verbs, all these verbs, in third person. Okay, Now we have the verb open, brush, dry, dance, pot, fly, go, copy, study, like, catch, fix, cry, buy, spy, finish, work, kiss, try, teach, or begin. And you have to write, maybe is it with S, maybe with ES, maybe with IES. Okay, according with the verb, you have to complete the first box, the second box, and the third box. Okay, now in the next page, on exercise 13.5, you have choose the correct verb option according to the subject. You have different subjects: Jonathan, Martha, those companies, Cecile, firefighters, and a cross director. Okay, now according with this, we have to select, circle, or maybe underline what is the correct verb form. Is it train, trains, cuts, cut, have, has, do, does, lifts, lift, or maybe go, goes. Now on exercise 13.6, we have complete a sentence using the verb in parentheses. Now I'm going to help you with this part. We have 1. These pilots, the verb fly, to Dallas every month. In this case, fly, it's your verb. Now we have to check the subject. Is it first or third person? These pilots, it's plural. Okay, and in plurals, what is the correct person? In this case, is first person. Now you have to write, these pilots fly to Dallas every month. Now number 2, my sister go to her job by subway. Okay, in this case we have my sister is the subject. My sister, it's third person, it's like she, so we have to write, my sister goes, my sister goes to her job by subway. And number 3, Julio sing in a rock band. Okay, Julio is third person, he, so we have to write sing in third person. Julio sings in a rock band. Okay, so now please you have to complete exercise 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and finally we have an activity about a listening 13.8, but you're not going to do the listening. You don't need to do this part. Okay, you can do this. It says listen again and choose the correct option according with the information that you have on this part. You have to select what would be the right option, maybe option A or B. For example, the first one says Michael starts work at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. and in your book says he starts work every day at 8 a.m. Okay, so A is the right option, and you have to do the same with the other verbs. You have to choose AB, 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 or AB. Okay, now what about your workbook? In your workbook you have to complete exercise 13.2. It says 13.2, write the verbs in the table on the second column and change these verbs into third person. Follow the example. You have, for example, first person they, and you have third person he. So now on this part you have to write several different verbs in simple form, and next to you have to change them into third person. For example, we have live, they live, he lives. Maybe they study, he studies. Or maybe they go and he goes. Okay, and you have to complete the rest, please. Now on exercise 13.3, read again and complete the sentences. We have Jim and Stella in San Francisco. Their parents, a house on the beach. They at 10 o'clock. They swim. They lunch on the beach. They windsurfing. They ball games on the beach. After dinner, they friends. They at disco and they very play. Now pay attention. How could you answer this part? You have to complete with verbs according with information on the first exercise. Okay? So you have to complete the verbs. Maybe in first person or third person. Okay? Now, on exercise 13.4, you have write the verb in correct form. Now, I'm going to help you with the first three. You have 1. I go to Monterrey once a month. In this case, I is first person. That's why we use go. I go to Monterrey once a month. Number 2. You play the guitar very well. You is first person. That's why we use play in the same way. You play the guitar very well. And number 3. She, the verb visit her parents on weekends. You have to use visit in third person. She visits her parents on weekends. Okay? So now you have to complete the rest of the exercise. Is it first or third person? And finally, on exercise 13.5, complete the sentences using the verbs from the box. You have, do, go, be, or make. Obviously, you can repeat some verbs. The idea is you have to complete the verbs into first person or third person. I'm going to help you with the first three. For example, we have 1. I, a good job. I have, I do, I go, I be, or I make. In this case, I have a good job. Number 2, Peter, a brand new car. Have, do, go, is, make. Maybe Peter has a brand new car, or Peter makes a brand new car. And finally, they their homework at school. They do their homework at school. Okay, that's all for your work. When you complete, please take the photos and send to a teacher. Thank you.